morning, good evening, weebs. Welcome to another episode of For Weebs, the anime podcast. Me and Leah are here recording on a Saturday. Both of our bodies are in pain, but
Yep.
we're doing this episode for you anyways, because we're dedicated like that.
Yep.
We'll see how the quality of my voice gets by the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All right,
hangover
so
start.
this
wish
week,
that was my reason. I'm just sick. I didn't even get to have any fun.
yeah, that's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
So the theme this week was kind of like superhero stuff. It could also be like more Studio Bones stuff. And we watched Boku no Hero Academia finally,
Mm-hmm.
and Concrete Revolutio Choujin Gensou.
Mm-hmm.
Which one did you want to start with? I feel like start with the bad one. Getting it over with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
So
Mm-hmm.
let me just throw the synopsis out there. It takes place in an alternate future during the year Apotheosis 41. Earth has been inhabited by an array of beings once thought to be pure fiction. Ghosts, robots, aliens, cyborgs, you name it. This horrific reality is not something that many can accept. To keep the civilian population from panicking and to protect humanity from the new threats that may arise, the various governments of the world decide to keep the information secret. The Japanese government's solution to this problem is to set up the Superpopulation Research Laboratory, also known as the Superhuman Bureau. The organization is tasked with keeping track of all the special beings within Japan and containing and eliminating individuals that are deemed to be a threat. That's all I'm going to read of it, because this still goes on for a while. Basically, there's a guy named Jiro, who is like the one regular human person working for the bureau, but reading the synopsis and then watching it, I was very confused throughout the first two episodes.
Oh, yeah, me too. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
It has a 6.83, by the way, on Mal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it took like, I guess, till the end of the second episode to maybe kind of realize that it's like, okay, so it's flashing back and forward. There's like a point where Jiro, the pink-haired dude, he's like gotten a superpower somehow, but he's become a vigilante, so he's like still helping the city, but like not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like the transitions between like him kind of recruiting people through the bureau and working there, and him being a vigilante are very fast and
Not
hard
there.
to keep up with. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's hardly recognizable that they're like going forward and back. Like I was so confused. And then I was also confused with the two girls, because it's like, I know they technically don't look similar, but I was kind of just like, wait, like what? I don't know.
Two
I
girls?
was just really confused. Yeah, there's like the pink-haired girl and then like the purple-haired girl.
Oh yeah, one of them's like the magical girl.
Uh-huh.
Which was like
100% a ripoff from Sailor Moon. Her transformation sequence.
It
Oh
was so much like of a Sailor Moon ripoff. I'm like, so is this just like they're just being really obvious with it? Be like, yeah, this Sailor Moon character. It's like that felt. I didn't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, because I mean, I know it's a magical girl. Like you're going to like only have so much variety, but it was literally like Sailor Moon.
She's supposed to be an alien or something. It's like, so there's aliens that are just like Sailor Moon characters. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many things going on, and like none of them make sense.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
Well, I was gonna
and
say,
the animation,
like, there was.
All right, it's
Yeah, I was gonna say the animation was like pretty decent. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind it. It had like kind of an interesting style, very colorful, kind of like not a lot of shading and stuff. Just like hard lines, which was pretty cool. I liked the car that he was driving around in. What about his pink hair?
I don't know, his hair just drove me nuts. And it was like so
Really?
round and like I don't know.
His hair was like a little hashtag edgy,
Mhm.
but his whole outfit was. The show
Mhm.
kind of was. I
Yeah, I
liked
don't.
the transformer car he was driving around in at one point. It's like a
Oh
car
yeah.
that turns into some sort of like centaur robot, and then yeah, saw it once, then it doesn't really come up again.
Mhm. I don't know. Like by the second episode, I was so like my brain had already just like turned off and was like, I don't get it. I don't care if I get it. Like I just nope.
Yeah, and well, there's that one character of like the ghost boy, and I found him like
Yeah.
pretty annoying.
Yeah, he's like the embodiment of the kind of characters I usually hate. The only time I've ever kind of liked a character like him was in Noragami with I don't remember his name.
The sword boy.
Yeah, the sword boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. It's been a while since I've watched an
hmm
origami.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that one again actually. hmm
So
hmm
yeah, we both just watched 2 episodes of this, and then we're dropping it. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's weird. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but like it's got a lot of cool ideas that it's just not executed well, I guess.
Yeah. And like they needed to just like narrow down some of the ideas because there were just too many and none of them
Yeah,
like
they're just cramming too
went
many
together.
ideas into one show.
And then if you're
Like,
gonna
oh,
hmm?
they're thinking like, oh, well, if like the fights are cool and like there's lots of cool characters and art, then that'll be enough.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it's definitely not. And like, when there's so many ideas like that, and then you want to throw in flashbacks, and then you don't
Or
even make it
flash forwards.
obvious that you're doing, yeah, flash forwards, flashbacks, whatever. Like, it just you're just setting yourself up for confusion. I don't know. Maybe it becomes more clear, but I'm kind of doubt it.
I
So.
feel like maybe like after the second episode it sticks more to like just him being a vigilante and there's less
hmm
flashbacks, but I could be wrong about that too.
hmm Who knows? But I don't think we're gonna find out.
That's right.
So yeah.
Oh,
hmm
so I forgot to mention at the beginning of the episode, I started uh going back. I went back to Bakano and started watching through that more.
Mm.
And I've got 3 episodes left, and it's really good.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's like a 13 episode anime, so you could
hmm
definitely, if you're looking for a new show to start, you could go back to that one. And it's I've been watching the dub because I'm watching it while painting,
Yeah.
and it's got like, because it's set in like New York in the 1930s or America in the 1930s. They've got like all the typical good Funimation voice actors doing like
hmm
really cheesy accents, like Italian accents or
Yeah.
Russian accents or like Brooklyn accents.
hmm
So it's
So it's
pretty.
so it's worth getting into because that was
Yeah.
when I had a hard time
Well,
starting for
that
whatever
one,
reason, even though I knew it
I
was
was
quote unquote really good.
I was thinking of that one because that one, like, the timeline jumps all over the place too,
hmm
but it's just like done in a better way than it is in Concrete Revolutio.
hmm
Because I guess, yeah, well, in Bakano, like, it just jumps between a lot of different characters, but it's like all of their stories are intertwined and on this like big, like, bombastic story, and like all the
hmm
characters are really interesting. So, yeah, no, it's just like done better. And yeah, that Conquer Revolutio made me think of Bakano. I'm hoping to finish Bakano like within the next couple days. I'll keep you posted on how it ends or how
hmm
good it is.
How overall, yeah,
Yeah,
it was worth it or not.
I've been trying to get back into the habit of like actually watching more shows too.
hmm
I watched another episode of My Ordinary Life, Nichijou.
Yep. How was that?
And it was the episode where like the principal wrestles the deer in the courtyard, and yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. The voice acting in that show is just very, very funny. And of course, like
Mhm.
the animation. But that's like not a good binging show, I think. Just because
No.
it's like sketch comedy.
Mhm. Yeah, that's not something I could binge, but
I really
yeah.
like the opening. Anyways, we should get back to the animes for this
The good
episode.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, the good one. Boku no Hero Academia. I'll just get the synopsis out there. The appearance of quirks, newly discovered superpowers, has been steadily increasing over the years, with 80% of humanity possessing various abilities from manipulation of elements to shapeshifting. This leaves the remainder of the world completely powerless, and Izuku Midoriya is one such individual. Since he was a child, the ambitious middle schooler has wanting nothing more to be a hero. Izuku's unfair fate leaves him admiring heroes and taking notes on them whenever he can. But it seems that his persistence has borne some fruit. Izuku meets the number one hero and his personal idol, All Might. All Might's quirk is a unique ability that can be inherited, and he has chosen Izuku to be his successor. Enduring many months of grueling training, Izuku enrolls in UA High, a prestigious high school famous for its excellent hero training program, and this year's freshmen look especially promising. With his bizarre talented classmates and the looming threat of a villainous organization, Izuku will soon learn what it really means to be a hero. All
Yeah.
Might. Did you watch sub or dub, by the way?
I watched the first 2 episodes in the sub. And yeah, just to make it known, I watched like 7 episodes. And then the rest I watched in the dub, just because sometimes, yeah, I'm just not in the mood for subtitles or I'm doing something and whatever. You know what I mean? Actually, you know what? The dub of it's not bad.
Yeah,
It's pretty good. I mean, you can definitely recognize like half the voice actors in it. Like it's clearly a Funimation dub, but you know, it's fine. It's actually pretty good. So
I'd rather that than like Aniplex. So
yeah, that's true.
yeah, I watched 5 episodes. So it's been a while since we've had a show that like we liked enough to go past the required episodes. I think. Yeah, I watched the first 2 in sub as well, and then I needed to do some painting, so I watched the rest in dub. I liked the sub and the dub, but yeah, the dub was not bad. My favorite part about the sub was that All Might like swears in English, but like the Japanese voice actor swears in English, and he's like, "Oh shit," or just "Oh god."
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of a little like little spurts of English in there, which is always fun to hear. So, but yeah, it's definitely one I'd recommend watching, either sub or dub. I don't think there's a wrong choice with this one. So, yeah.
It's interesting. It's like obviously got a lot of inspiration from like, you know, Marvel and DC comic book stuff.
Yeah, very inspired by that. Yeah.
The world they like built it around where like the most majority of the population has superpowers, and like being a superhero is just a career. So like the better the superhero you are, the better you do. The more you get paid.
Yeah. What do they call it? That was quirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
It made me think of X-Men a little bit too. I'm like, oh, it's like they're all mutants, only it's acceptable.
Yeah, so it's like an interesting way to frame the superpowers that I hadn't really experienced before.
Well, it's kind of fun too because the fact that they're, you know, quote unquote quirks is like it doesn't actually necessarily have to be something super power. Like it can literally be something really random and maybe not even that useful that makes you different. You know what I mean?
Like when they're at the doctor's and the doctor's asking Deku's mom, it's like, oh, what are your superpowers? She's like, oh, I can like lift small objects with feeling, and my husband breathes fire.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too. The other thing I like initially thought too was how much Deku looks like a little mini freckly Spike Spiegel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was just like,
And like,
oh.
yeah, that one like anti-gravity girl keeps like
Hmm.
when she's trying to like describe him, she's like, oh, the one with like the very messy hair. It's like they keep bringing up how messy his hair is.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah,
animation.
he's a pretty cute character.
Yeah, he is.
You
Those
like the
freckles.
animation?
Yeah, I do. It's like
Yeah, it was good.
it's weird. It's like half like kind of the really big exaggerated cute, but then they also managed to make it like I think it comes back to like that kind of that comic booky thing. I don't know, like just it's still like intense enough
Hmm.
to work. Do you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
was a terrible description, but I liked it.
Yeah, like when Deku first like uses the All Might. What's the name of All Might's power again? His quirk.
All for one.
All for, yeah. When he first like uses it, I thought like the animation there was really good. Obviously, this is like a show
Mhm.
like this is kind of where Bones shines, right? Like
Yeah. Oh yeah. This like
like intense fight
screams
scenes.
bones. Like even Deku, who like visually reminds me of Spike Spiegel. I felt so much Renton in there, like from Eureka 7. I
Oh,
was just like, oh my god. Like in a good
I
way, but it
see.
definitely reminded me. But you haven't seen Eureka 7 though, right?
No,
Yeah. So,
is that's the main boy character? I take
yeah.
it.
Hmm.
Is Eureka 7 also Bones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, the what was I gonna say? I really enjoyed the animation for All Might as well. Like
Hmm.
just like the different designs from because All Might, he's like a huge buff superhero guy, but then when he's like relaxing, he just turns into like this really skinny, gaunt-looking person
I
with like
actually
baggy
laughed
clothes. Yeah,
pretty
that was
hard when you
pretty.
first see him. And when he's talking, and all of a sudden he just like spurts out the blood, but they make it
Oh
like
yeah,
a
that was
really
hilarious.
dramatic like face. I just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and
thought it was really enjoyable. Yeah.
Deku just like keeps screaming like, "What's going on?" Like when he first sees him, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Don't tell anyone."
Yeah. That's great. He kind of
Although I
reminds, when
thought,
he's in that state, he kind of reminds me of, you know, the Gorillas, like the
yeah,
band
yeah,
and their like animated avatars. That's kind of what he
yeah, yeah,
reminds me of. Hmm.
yeah.
Were you
I
gonna
was
say though?
although when he described like his condition, he's like, "Oh yeah, the last person I fought, I lost like one of my lungs and like a lot of my internal organs." I was like, "Holy
Hmm.
shit!" It's like now I can
Yeah.
only like use my power for 3 hours a day.
That's the only thing that I thought was kind of missed, but I get why they didn't bother discussing it, is when All Might is telling Deku that, you know, he can have his power. I'm like, it shouldn't, you know, they both be worried about what that's going to do to Deku's body, like in the future. Like, is he going to end up like All Might? Like, you know what I mean?
No,
But
all my his injuries were because it was like he was fighting a particularly bad villain. I don't remember what it was called, but
that's true, I guess. Yeah.
he like the reason he can't use the power like that is because he was injured so bad fighting that one villain.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. But I didn't expect him to be so dramatic when Deku does use it for the first time and his like limbs are all broken.
Yeah,
I
he
was
like
like, oh
jumps
my
up
god.
so high his leg just shatters and
Hmm.
then punches the thing so hard his arm just breaks. Yeah, that was
Like a
funny.
noodle after. Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and it was very satisfying when he was like doing the baseball test and he managed the guy his teacher's like really mean and can like temporarily take away his power so he does cuz he's like, "Oh, you're about to like break your body again." And then he's like, "Oh, I'll let me try again." And he does it but then just like puts the power on like the tip of his finger right before he throws it.
Hmm.
That was good.
Can we talk about Kachan here for a bit?
Is that
His
his
quote
like
unquote
rival?
rival. Yeah.
Oh, before I forget, just his like homeroom teacher. I really liked how when he first came to the classroom, he was just like slithering along the floor in a sleeping bag,
Me too.
and he's like, "Oh, let's get started." Just like rolls up in a sleeping bag.
I also laughed when later in the class he's like, it gives me really bad dry eye. Yeah. Oh,
And
that's fun.
there's that one side character who's like the very like pompous nerdy one.
Mm-hmm.
I thought his power was pretty weird. He just has like exhaust pipes on his like
Yeah.
calves, and he
Yeah.
can run really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was interesting, but I liked how he was just like very like the very anal and like about the rules and being all official and like calling
Yeah.
out the typos and stuff.
Yeah, at first I thought he was gonna drive me crazy, but then as you like move on in the episodes, you just find out he's just a very type A personality, but he's actually like a pretty nice guy. Like, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, for
yeah.
sure. Okay, so
Hmm.
on to Deku's rival.
Yeah, Kachan. So they've known each other since they were kids, and Kachan,
Is
he
a
can
dick.
produce fire basically, and ever since he was
Yeah,
younger, just
I
yeah, I
wasn't
was like
sure if
so
it was like
underwhelmed
him
by.
producing fire or just producing explosions.
Well, because you may not have seen this episode, but there's this one
Okay.
flashback when he's a kid and like when he's first finding out about his quirk and he just is holding out
Oh,
his palms and there's little flames floating there. So
okay.
I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. Probably more like explosions, yeah, but
Yeah.
a little bit of flame, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so when you first meet him, I thought he was just like an like arrogant asshole who thought he was the best or whatever. But then as like the episodes went on, I was like, okay, either this is overkill or there's obviously like something else going on here that makes him so like angry
Such a dick.
towards Deku. Yeah, and such a dick. Like, so they do end up kind of getting in like the reasoning behind it, which is good because otherwise it was going to drive me insane because I was like, okay, this guy's like way too angry. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely like he bullies Deku like really hard.
Mhm.
So now and then like when they both get into the high school and stuff, you could tell it's just like making him even more angrier at him.
Mhm.
Like Deku's like the bullying's not over yet. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens with that. Um
It's like such a classic firebender.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I like I've it's nice to like be watching this finally cuz like I see a lot of Boku no Hero stuff pop up on Facebook.
Mhm.
And I don't know, like it seemed like after Little Witch Academia was done and Attack on Titan was done, like the meme pages started just putting out more Boku no Hero memes, but it's like they're all of that frog girl. They really like
Oh,
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
make waifu jokes about her or something. But just in the
Yeah.
first 5 episodes, you haven't seen much of her.
Yeah, you kind of catch a glimpse of her within then, but maybe it's because I'm not on social media that much, but like I actually had no idea this anime existed.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
had no idea. So it's like a nice pleasant
Crunchyroll.
surprise for me.
Yeah, Crunchyroll was like promoting the crap out of it.
Mm. Well,
Because
it's
the
got two
second
seasons
season,
now. Yeah.
yeah, the second season aired this spring, I think.
Are they
Yeah.
both like a full 24 episodes?
Well, the first season is only 13 episodes.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Look at the second season is 25 episodes. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it got slated for more.
I'm looking at the
Cool.
poster for it now, and it looks like pretty. Like Deku looks kind of older and more badass, kind of.
Nice.
But not. It doesn't look too different. All Might's
Mhm.
still there.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it
He
looks
hasn't
cool.
died.
A good proper shonen show to binge.
Hmm. But
And
like a
I think
good
it's-
shonen that's not just like battle after dry battle.
Mhm.
It's like actually got some. It's got heart to it. I know it sounds cheesy, but
Yeah, it's very wholesome.
but not in like
And,
an annoying way, like in a good way.
Yeah, it was based off a manga as well.
Mm. As
And
most
yes,
of them are. Yeah.
All Might's hair is ridiculous. Also, need to mention that.
Yeah. I at first I was like I couldn't decide, like, you know, when you just catch glimpses of him in like the first episode, they don't like fully show you. Like you just see the silhouette when like Deku's thinking back to that like epic battle. And I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, are they bunny ears? I was like, what is that supposed to be?
Yeah, I
And
like
then I
how
laughed.
in some of the shots his hair just like goes past the top of the screen
Hmm.
too.
And I enjoyed when he like reverted to his like skinny form that they just like dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like fell into the front of his face. I'm like, I enjoyed it. It was good. Yeah. Overall, I think it's just a well done show. I would definitely recommend it to people. And
Do you
like,
think this is one you're gonna like binge and finish fairly soon?
oh, probably at least season one anyway. Yeah, I'm sure I'll finish that in the next couple days. Like, no problem.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll probably finish it too. Well, I'm gonna finish Baccano first, but I only have like
Yeah,
three
fair enough.
episodes, and
Hmm.
then I'll probably we'll see. I might, depending on how much painting I get done, I might finish all of Boku no Hero by the end of the
Hmm.
summer, but we'll see. I definitely want to try and finish the first season.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Did
It
you
was a good
feel
pick.
like the Thanks. Did you feel like the opening stood out at all? The opening was like just a little. It didn't like amaze me or anything. It was okay.
No, I was like really standard, but you know what? Like that's how a lot of anime openings are for me. Over, I would say 75% of them I couldn't really care less about.
Hmm.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and then
The
you get ones like Death Parade where you're like, oh.
Yeah, always gotta bring up Death Parade.
Hmm. Yeah.
The opening for Baccano is one that's grown on me a bit.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
some of
that
them
one's
do
it's
grow
just
on
like
you.
a
Yeah.
very like swing jazz song.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baccano's just a lot different than a lot other anime I've watched. It's
Yes.
refreshing, I guess.
Definitely kind of its own genre. So, yeah. Hmm.
Well,
Anything else?
is that it for Boku no Hero then?
I think so. Yeah, I would just definitely give it a watch. Like even for someone like me who's not always very like shonen kind of thing, I'm really liking it. So
Hmm.
yeah.
All
Mhm.
right. Sorry, I was just I was on my anime list profile and it's like, wow, I've completed 88 animes. And I like went
Nice.
to look at the list and scrolled down a bit and I see like Boku no Pico. I'm like, ugh, I did complete. It's like that. There's only one episode, right? It's like, did I actually complete it? Yeah, I did. Ugh. I gave
Oh,
it a
that's
one.
funny.
I
Yeah,
gave it
I
a
don't even know
one,
if I
and
added that one to mine.
for somehow that has a 5 on it. My anime list.
Oh God, that makes me sad. Very sad indeed.
Yes, I've watched 17.4 days of anime, but I feel like you'll still beat me on that.
I'm trying to log into my MAL and it's not letting me.
Oh,
I can tell you, but I think I remember it was somewhere around 127.
days?
Uh, oh no, like
A
series.
completed show. Oh,
Completed
completed
shows.
shows 127.
And
Dang.
no, but the days I think were around 88. I think. I don't
Wow.
know. I'll let you know next time. Yeah, and that's not even all the anime I've watched. I'm sure it's just from what I can remember. So I could be exaggerating on the days one, but I know the series is around like 127. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
And because of this podcast, I've dropped 30 shows.
Yeah, my drop list has definitely, definitely gotten longer. I've been pretty bad about not, like adding the
I
shows on
usually
that.
I
Find it. Let me
update it every time we record, and then
Mhm.
that's it. I think I've gotten everything, but you never know. Although I
Mhm.
probably haven't added any Inuyasha,
Oh God.
but I don't even know where to start with that because I don't. The episodes I watched have been all over the place.
Okay, so yeah, I greatly exaggerated on the days, but I was right with having 8 in my mind. So I've watched 58.3 days of anime and I've completed 120 series,
Nice.
which is 3,415 episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah.
I got nothing on you.
I've been watching anime for a very, very, very long time. So I'm sure people have way more than that.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want to tell us what we're watching next time?
Sure. So before the podcast, I told Liam, I was like, so I'm pretty sure the bad anime I picked is not a hentai, but I guess we'll see. And then I realized I kind of just completely changed my mind because my theme was going to be boobs, but I'm not really into that this week.
Oh.
So I'm going to save it for later, unless you want boobs.
Buzzkill.
You can either have boobs, Liam, or you can have, like, drama, mystery, magic. Which do you want? I'll give you either.
Well, it's your pick, so.
No, you tell me. I have no preference.
Well,
we'll watch them all in the end anyway. I'll just pick the one you don't want next time.
which one do you think has... I don't know, I just, like... It's hard for me to pick without knowing... So it's either ecchi or, like, mystery?
It's either ecchi or, like, action, mystery, psychological are the three retaining. You want comedy or do you want seriousness?
I guess I'll go for the seriousness.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But, the boobs will come later, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said.
When I'm feeling a little more like, woo, we're going to do a boob episode. It's going to be great. Okay. All right. So the good anime, which hopefully you haven't seen, is Zetsuen no Tempest. I have seen the first episode of this like years and years ago, but it's one I've always wanted to come back and try and watch again. It's got an 8.
Zetsuen no Tempest.
Yeah. It's got an 8.14 on Mal. And here's the synopsis here. Yoshino Takegawa, an ordinary teenager, is secretly dating his best friend Mihiro's younger sister. But when his girlfriend Aika mysteriously dies, Mihiro disappears, vowing to find the one responsible and make them pay for murdering his beloved sister. Yoshino continues his life as usual and has not heard from Mihiro in a month, until he is confronted by a strange girl who holds him at gunpoint, and his best friend arrives in the nick of time to save him. Yoshino learns that Mihiro was enlisted in the help of a witch named Hakaze to find Aika's killer and the existence of an entity known as the Tree of Exodus. The witch's brother selfishly desires to make use of its power in spite of impending peril to the world. However, Hakaze is banished to a deserted island and is now up to Yoshino and Mihiro to help her save the world, while inching ever closer to the truth behind Aika's death. Kind of a confusing synopsis, but,
we can handle confusing shows.
So yeah, this one's actually also Studio Bones.
Oh, nice.
Action, mystery, psychological drama, magic, fantasy, shonen. Those are the tags it has under it. So, and in English,
nice.
Its name is Blast of Tempest. So, all right, and then the bad one with 6.03 on Mal is called Taboo Tattoo.
Taboo Tattoo?
Yes. Segi, a martial arts trained middle schooler, often feels driven to protect the weaker people around him. One day he defends a homeless man against some punks, and the man gives him a strange tattoo on his palm in return. The tattoo is a secret weapon produced in the arms race between America and the Surinastan Kingdom. Segi finds himself in over his head when a powerful girl using the same secret weapon violently pursues him in order to retrieve it. His skill at martial arts may not be enough to keep him alive, but will he be able to learn how to trigger the power of his tattoo in time? This one's also got action, mystery, supernatural, but this one's a little more of a comedy. And let's see.
It's got a very... I can't get over the name of this anime. It's not a good name.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's like I was looking to see if it's got like a different Japanese name, but the Japanese name is just Taboo Tattoo spelt out in katakana.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And yeah,
right.
I don't know, the animation seemed like it could potentially be a bit of a similar style, so I guess we'll see. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. And next week, I'm not sure what'll come first, but we do have another special episode coming out soon. But like the previous special episodes, you'll just find out what it is when it comes out.
So stay tuned.
Okay. Thanks for listening again, Weebs. We have social media on Facebook and YouTube. Oh, yes, the OtaFest video is finally out. Becca's in it, and Becca swears, and it's funny.
I still have to watch it.
I'm in the pink suit. Oh, you haven't watched it? You're going to have to watch it, like, right after we record this.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah, so watch that. It's cool. A little embarrassing for me, but it was fun to make. And yeah, we're on my anime list as well. There's links in the description of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, live long and prosper, etc. Have a good Saturday.
Listeners. Enjoy your week.
Bye.
Bye.